everybody. Welcome to the Energy Newsbeat podcast. My name's Stuart Turley, President and CEO of the Sandstone Group. Today is not just a great day, it's a fantastic day because we're here live at NAPE. And we've got Rachel Collins. She's the CEO over there at W Energy. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by the podcast.
Thank you for inviting me. This is always so much fun. It's become our tradition.
Oh, it's absolutely a fantastic. You did so great last year. Give us a little bit of an update of what's gone on at W over the last year.
Oh, I'd love to. Where do I start? What hasn't changed? So we have been hard at work behind the scenes. We've invested tens of millions of dollars into our product.
No way.
And we have been focused on integration. So we truly have an integrated platform. Everyone says they have it. We can show you. Go to our booth and we'll show you how we've integrated. We have accounting integrated.
Wait a minute. You're saying integrated in the oil and gas space that is traditionally not integrated? Did I hear that?
Typically have all these operational silos. You don't have a single source of truth of your data. And so we've been hard at work making that a reality. I actually grew up as a developer. I've been in Houston 29 years. And so I told our team, let's not talk about it till it's real.
Right.
That's why we're so excited here to announce Stream Plus, because we've been hard at work kind of under the radar to make sure that we have something.
What is Stream Plus?
Stream Plus is our integrated platform. There are two key components. So Stream Plus has the integration of all of our core capabilities. So it's accounting, it's production, it's land, and it's field services, which is interesting.
No way.
All of it.
Now define land, because that everybody knows Landman, and we know Billy Bob Thornton.
Well, that's a conversation, right? What a popular show now. So we're talking about land management, lease management. So what we can do with our land and GIS solution integrated with field services is oftentimes you know about the payment obligations in your lease.
Exactly.
But there are other non-payment obligations. And so, for instance, if you need to keep your property well manicured, we can automatically create tickets for your technicians to go and make that happen. So we make sure you don't lose your lease. So those are things that we've been working with our users and customers to really understand why integration is important and how it matters.
So if I was a salesperson working for Energy, what would I want to say, or how would I sell Stream Plus what would I say to an executive to say, I got to have that?
Well, I think to an executive, the most important thing is our new business intelligence tool. We call it Data View. And what we've done is when we say we've integrated all the data amongst our core capabilities, also have all of that in a data warehouse so that our customers can create their own reports, dashboards, and you have full access. So for the first
customizable dashboards are critical because it may not be the same for each EMP operator.
Well, exactly. It's customizable. You can tailor it for your business, but it gives an executive a full view across the entire business, which is very difficult, as you know, because it is highly siloed.
Incredibly siloed in the Stream Plus. So if we're sitting here taking a look at it, it's now integrated. That's not normal.
That's not normal.
It is not normal. And when you're talking about in our new president's world of drill, baby, drill, I see that we're not going to be just drill, baby, drill. We're going to be drill, baby, drill when fiscally responsible. But we can't be fiscally responsible if we don't have the accounting or the tracking.
That's exactly right. And what's interesting is everyone talks about having data. And oftentimes you'll have solutions and service providers that they have your data, they take it hostage, and you have to pay to gain access into your base.
That bugs me.
Yeah, and we don't do that. So we have an open data model. We believe that it can only be valuable when it's shared. And so to your point, you have to have that holistic view of your business. Right. And when we talk about new policy and growth, to your point, you have to make data-driven decisions. You have to make sure that it's just not shoot from the hip anymore.
Oh, no.
Because most of us have investors behind us, and there are certain expectations. So I think we've done a lot to enhance that, and we've been doing it for a couple of years now. So it's just all come together, and we're thrilled to have a booth that highlights that.
It's so cool. I'll tell you what's really cool is over the last 10 to 15 years, ESG has not had a very good overall effect, except what it has done for the oil majors and the oil privates is give accountability and the money back to the investors. Oil companies are doing a great job, but yet it's the accounting that makes a difference in knowing whether or not they're profitable.
That's very true. And, now what we hear from customers is there is a labor shortage oftentimes. And so the more that we as service providers can make things more efficient.
Yep.
So that you save time and your people are working on value-added activities instead of researching, in order to do the work that they need to do. That's what we've been focused on. So less manual input. We don't have duplicity of data where you can fat finger something. So we have improved data quality, and all because of that integration that we've been investing in.
And I probably should know this, but I don't. So this is an off the cuff question here, and that is regulatory issues in the oil and gas space are terrible. And how does W help with that issue? Because Lee Zeldin with the EPA is now got a mandate from President Trump, and that is for every new regulation that comes out, which costs our E&P operators lots of money, to get rid of 10.
Yeah. Well, so it's a great question. The way that we support our customers is, number one, just knowing the industry, knowing our business, and knowing the differences where you operate.
Exactly.
So, it's vastly different. And so that we have expertise throughout the business that we've had working for us for over 15 years. Some people have never had a job outside of W. This is where they have grown up and grown their career. So some of it is just our industry knowledge. But the other thing is, obviously, that also comes with a lot of regulatory reporting.
Right.
And with that, you have to be able to create your reports quickly, clear them. And so we've made sure that we give our customers that optionality and that adaptability. So we have embedded reports, but we'll never create enough for every customer.
Right.
And so what we've done is open things up with a business-friendly data model so that you can create your own, and you don't have to be a data expert to do that.
I've heard through the grapevine from some people that use your stuff that it is so cool being able to get the custom reports, because it may be important on this well. How do you get that in this field, but it's not the same over here?
That's right. And that's where you have data quality issues, because you have these fragmented, disparate systems that you're having to replicate the data. And so what we've done is made sure that we elevate the quality, and it saves time.
Right.
So we're really proud of our Data View product. It's been exciting, and we have great feedback from all of our customers that, hey, the industry's been looking for this for a long time.
So if you have this much success of putting in tens of millions, billions, it's a beautiful investment, as President Trump would say. It's a beautiful investment. And where do you see 2025 going for W right now?
Well, we are back to growth mode.
That is cool.
It's pretty cool. So we're focused on our customers. So if our customers are successful and happy, then we earn the right to go out and go after logos. But I think first and foremost, you have to have referenceability. You have to make sure that your customers are on a good path.
Right.
A few years ago, I think we grew so quickly that we had some growing pains, some challenges.
Which is how you manage it.
It's normal. And just like any sports team, when you have new investors, a new GM, new team members, it takes a couple seasons to kind of gel and come together. But I'm 2.5 years in, and I'll tell you, our team is stronger than it's ever been. It's remarkable, and so we're ready to go. We're ready to continue working with our customers, and then we're going after new customers, and we're looking to grow organically.
Do you feel that everybody is out there saying in the industry, or not in the industry, but everybody's saying peak oil's already been here, and I don't believe that's the case. I believe that you can't make a iPhone out of a windmill.
Right.
We're going to need oil and gas for a long time. And when we get like Stargate and Abilene, and we now need natural gas pipeline or natural gas power, we're going to need a lot of natural gas just to help supply the AI demands coming around.
That's exactly right. Well, I'm a technologist, and so, I want to stay in my lane. However, I will tell you, I just went to the World Oil Forecast Breakfast last week. Okay. And Baker Institute has some amazing information to share, which it just reinforces that there will be growth in the energy sector into perpetuity. And it's not just a U.S. conversation or even North America, because both the demand for energy is relatively the same so far in the United States or more developed countries. But if you look at this globally, and you look at the developing countries in Asia and Africa, there is a huge demand.
So W is going international?
Well, we are international. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Half of our team is in India.
No way.
That is our R&D center. We bought a company a couple years ago called Seven Lakes Technology.
Nice.
They brought with them almost 100 technologists throughout India. And so why that's great is even
Very
though our
cool.
customers are all in North America, as we have our product team working throughout normal business hours, and then our developers can work throughout the night on issues or develop.
Isn't that cool?
It's pretty cool. I mean, we work 24/7, honestly.
Now, on your customer base, though, your target are mostly U.S. based oil and gas operators.
That's right. For now, we have, enough market share to be very healthy and high growth.
Are you
But we
looking-
want a lot more. We want the market share.
Are you going to be looking to Canada as well?
We already are. So when I
Cool.
say North America, I'm talking US and Canada.
Outstanding.
And so we are looking at both. And I think once we get to a tipping point where we feel that we've captured enough market share here, we might look outside of America. But I think there's enough for us to do here and focus on our core. And that's where we're going to.
That is outstanding. I'll tell you, saving money, it's going to be so critical because if President Trump is over here going drill, baby, drill, thinking he's going to get to $60 oil, it's not going to happen because we're going to have the costs come down in order to do that. And we can't have the costs come down unless the accounting and the integration is done. So
That's right.
you're kind of critical. I hate to tell you this.
Well, we are. Absolutely. I mean,
Did I just ruin your day by calling you critical?
we're critical operations, and we know that. And, as an accounting solution, it just needs to work.
Yes.
It needs to be accurate. And so we know that. But we also know that we need to be efficient. So we need to help our customers be more efficient and take the cost down. So I agree, we can help with those things.
Right.
But you also pointed out that as we are, drill, baby, drill, and we have all this production, you've got to be able to get that commodity out of the area. There's so much infrastructure that still needs to be built
Right.
for us. And that's why you're seeing Midstream really pop up. And
Isn't that
we
great?
started in Midstream. And so we have accounting solutions and gas transportation in Midstream. So we're seeing so much more activity than we have before because of the infrastructure investments to move commodity.
When President Trump made the emergency declaration, that was absolutely brilliant. And when you sit back and think now that we can get pipelines built, pipelines are critical. And I got tickled at President Trump when he said he was going to go ahead and start back up the Keystone pipeline. That's not going to happen because they've already thrown away all their side of the pipeline. But boy, New York and all that whole area up there could sure use some pipelines.
That's right. And other clean energies that you haven't seen any movement, like nuclear energy. I mean,
Right.
Texas has several nuclear plants, but you don't see a lot of new plants being created. My father actually comes from nuclear energy, and he's always like, that's the cleanest energy. Why can't we embrace that? So I think you're going to see, you're going to see a surge in all of the energy sources, whether it's hydrocarbons or it's renewable, sustainable energy. I think you're going to see more of that across the board. And what we'd like to see is infrastructure to start exporting, because you see so much production. How can we, start looking a little more like Saudi Aramco?
Oh, absolutely. And I love the idea that when we're going to be exporting more and more LNG, President Trump is out there, he's swinging the tariff stick around, and either you're going to buy my LNG or I'm going to raise tariffs on you. And I think Europe's listening. And all of a sudden, yesterday, he lifted the Biden ban on all the Gulf of Mexico drilling and everything else.
You mean the Gulf of America?
Gulf, thank you. Oh, thank you, Rachel. I am so stupid. Gulf of America.
I love his bold moves at digit rate. It has been interesting in some of the announcements and how everything's so interconnected that the stock markets have been so volatile. I mean, I watched that. I just stopped looking. We don't want to look at our investments right now because we know they'll level out in time.
I think that what people don't understand is that Canada tariffs everything that we do. And so you sit back and everybody's going, oh, President Trump is going to be bad. No, he's right-sizing the world economy to where it should be.
He's making it equitable.
Exactly, as it should be.
Just over-indexed in a direction where it, and you see it. They say that Americans have the highest credit card debt ever right now. And so I think that, putting money back into the hands of Americans, that's what we need.
And for what Rachel was really cool is that you're at the end of the important part of this. And as Americans start looking at oil and gas investments, because energy investments and oil and gas investments are critical, and knowing that the E&P operators have a great accounting package is almost, if I was buying into someone, I'd say, what's your accounting package? I'm afraid I would ask that.
Well, of course you would. I mean, that's part of diligence. If you're going to invest in a business and, and these are huge investments, you have to know the entire business and you need to know the solutions and the partners that are supporting you. It's not just our software either. I mean, we hear time and time again that it's our people, it's their knowledge of the industry, it's their domain knowledge. That's extremely important.
Last year, when you and I were talking, you started, as soon as you mentioned people, you did it again. I don't know that you realized, as soon as you said my people, you started really, you love your people.
They're the best.
Isn't that great?
They are the best. I mean, honestly, best team I've ever worked with. And it's such a privilege to have them. And I would say that this business, so nice because everyone says, oh, we're a cultural company. Everybody says that. And we live our culture. We do not have politics. The team, they're so supportive and committed to one another, and then to our customers. And that's important. Everything else works out. We have a strong team that knows what they're doing.
I'll tell you, we need to arrange a trip to India because I would love to go over and visit them.
You have to go. I went last year.
Oh, cool.
So we started a rotational program. You might see some of our team members walking around. So we have some team members from India here. The culprits having the best time and they're wearing their cowboy hat. It's amazing. I went to Bangalore last year. We had an office there and all of the team came in. And it was my first time to India and I didn't know what to expect. And I loved every minute of it. I loved every minute. I loved the crazy traffic and everyone honking at each other and no stoplights and no stop signs. I thought it was hilarious. The people, more than anything, they're so happy and gracious. So we had a great time. We're really fortunate to have a team there. We often hear that having teams in India, you see a lot of attrition. We don't have any of that. Our employee retention is like at 98%, including India, as we have a great culture and team there.
You said 98% retention in employees.
Yeah.
That is really, really good.
And that's a testament to our Chief People Officer, who is amazing. She's based in Tulsa. And she's here right now.
Chief People Officer. What a cool title.
Formerly Chief HR Officer, but, trying to look.
Okay. But, when we sit back here and think, what is coming around the corner after your products that are releasing right now? What is going to finish out 2025 for you?
Well, when you're building a software product, it never ends. So we have our product roadmap through the end of the year where we have taken all of our older systems and modernized them, and it will be fully released. All of it will be fully available by the end of the year. So we've changed our tech stack. We've invested in integration. We've done a lot to become multi-tenant. That's important because we can go after smaller customers and we can be more economical.
Nice.
So we've done a lot just to be able to have the breadth in this space that we can go after large enterprise, middle market, which is where we started, but we can also go down market.
Nice.
So that's what you'll see between now and the end of the year and continuing to build upon our data view solution, building more reports, more dashboards, more ways to export data. That's what you expect now, but we have roadmaps well into next year. We're investing heavily in Midstream. So we are creating in our Midstream products, we have plant accounting, and we have gas transportation, but we are now investing in terminal management. We are finally looking at NASB compliance. We just partnered, the press release will come out soon that we have a new measurements partner that the capabilities can apply to both midstream and upstream. So a lot of bolt-on complementary capabilities as well that we'll be introducing.
That is really cool because I believe that we would be dead meat without Midstream. Absolutely, because we cannot get enough of the product out, and we're going to need a lot more pipelines coming up here pretty quick.
And you're seeing it. I mean, you see the investments being announced, the One Oak Marathon partnership, you see Enbridge, a lot of those investments, and we're feeling that.
And Kinder Morgan was $7.5 billion, I believe, just recently. So yeah, we're getting the pipelines rolling.
See, it's funny. That's where I started my career. No, it's what was Kinder Morgan. I was at Tenneco Energy, which was in El Paso. And it's funny how things come full circle. And all of that experience is now relevant, even though, we're very much focused here on upstream.
Oh, that is absolutely outstanding. Well, how do people find you?
Well, they can go to our website. It's energysoftware.com. And any of us are available. So all of our leadership team is listed on the website. You can reach out to all of us. We're still a small company and we still talk to all of our customers directly. We have a chat group that we monitor 24/7, so you can ask questions. And you can find us here at NAPE. I mean, we've got a huge new booth. I hope you've seen it.
I've been here on podcasts. I will be by.
So, yeah.
All right. And I love all your staff. I just absolutely love them. And being able to be on this side of it as an operator, seeing it from this side is not just a podcast host. I get to hear the inside of what's going on in your place, and I like it.
I think we've really gone through an amazing transformation over the past few.
I'm a fan. I'm over here going, yeah.
Me too. I think everyone should be. We have such a bright future, and I think we're really doing the things that will leapfrog us.
You know, it's one thing if I'm a podcast host talking about subjects. It's another when I can sit here and I can hear stories about what is actually happening in your software.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference.
When people are talking about it and they say something's different over at W, something's changed.
Yep.
We love that because we love the scuttlebutt talking about all the work that we put in. It just shows that we've done the right things, we've made the right investments, and it's paying off.
You know, I'm sitting here thinking as we podcast next year at NAPE, it's going to be pretty crazy to think where you went the first time we met.
Yes.
Now, we can't wait until another year till our next podcast. Let's not do that.
Do this monthly.
Absolutely. And I think that is not a bad idea. In fact, giving your customers a quarterly update is a great idea.
You're spot on. I mean, because things are moving so quickly and changing so quickly, I mean, we're embedding AI across all of our product and we're learning new use cases every day. It's important for us to communicate that.
I'll have my people talk to your people and let's get a quarterly update scheduled.
Okay, let's do it.
Thank you for stopping. I do appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
We'll see you guys soon.